Hey guys, can you hear me? Okay, if you can hear me, and we can start. Alright, so today we are going to talk about dictionary in Python, and but today I'm going to use the PyCharm. But if you don't have PyCharm, you will just go back to the website called Repel It, and it really doesn't matter. So let's first I'm going to pull up the W3 schools. Let's review what is called dictionary. So I'm going to pull up my, of course I'm going to pull up the browser, and I put my here, over here. Alright, so I will go to W3 schools, and I will go Python. So today we just learn one thing called dictionaries. So basically we just skip tuples and sets because they are pretty much like lists, and if you want to use them, and you can just go through this example, is really not that hard because they are just changed from the bracket to the parenthesis for the tuple. And by the way, they won't be able to change, not like the list. So that's why you have the tuple for the sets. And if it's a set, it's just like it's called unordered. You are not able to access it through the index, so that's why they call unordered. But today we are going to learn something called dictionary. So for dictionary is if you let me zoom it out and you can see better. So the definition here is it's like that. A dictionary is a collection which is unordered. So it's unordered. There's no index on it. It's changeable, so you can add more, add new value. And oh, sorry, it said indexed. And in Python, dictionary are written with curly brackets, and they have keys and values. So what it means, let's see this example. And like in our list, let me show you the list. I pull up a PyCharm, or I may just pull up a text edit. When we write a list in Python, you use the bracket, a square bracket, and you put your item, like for example, you put 22, 33, 44, and 55. So that is called a member in the list. So here we have 4 members, right? And for a dictionary, they use a brace, so something called curly brace. So it's curly brace, or you should just saying it's a brace. So they said it's curly brackets. Yeah, you can say curly brackets or brace. Curly bracket. But instead of doing like 22, 33, and 44, 55, they would give something called key, a key, like a key. And for every item, you will have a key, and also by column. Now it's value. So keep in mind, they always repeat like this pattern. So what the key means, the key will be always a string. A string. For the value have, the value can be anything. For example, it can be a number, it can be a string, it can also be a list, also be something we haven't learned yet is an object, or it can be true or false, a bool. Okay, so let's make one of dictionary. For example, in our example here, right, it's saying this dictionary. So whatever I put in this side, in the equal side, on the left hand side of the equal should be a variable, and whatever I put it on the right hand side is the dictionary. So if we define a dictionary, you have to wrap them with the curly bracket, or you set is a brace. So here first I will define a key. For example, here I may just use a single quote. It's easy to type. And for example, I would have saying something called age, and my age is let's say is 28. And also I have a name. So my name is George. It should be a string, George. Okay. Now they are separated by comma. Is a comma. Okay. They also separate by the comma. And now in my for example, let's say I have how high I am. Let's say I am just 1.8 meters high. Okay, so which is a float, is a decimal, and you can always just show it like this. It's much more easier for you to look at your code. And that's the way to have the dictionary. So we call dictionary in Python. Alright, so hopefully you can understand what this means. Is just saying a dictionary. Alright, so I go through here, is saying accessing the items. Remember in the list, if we want to access item, so what should we do? So your list, for example, it would be for example, is assigned to a variable called L, just L. If you want to access the value of 22, you have to use L. Now you use again a bracket and just put the index here, because the first one index is 0, so that's why I get 22 with the index 0. If you want index is 1, and it will get to 33. And also if you are going to 2, then you will get 44. If it is 3, you will get 55. Okay, that is for the list. And if for the dictionary, so the dictionary, let's just assign the dictionary to a variable called D. Just D for dictionary. Okay, it really doesn't matter, but yeah, if for I want to go to the value of 28, it is my age. So how am I going to do it? So I just have D, and also I use the bracket, but in here you have to specify a key, and this one is a key, right? It's a key. and then a key was a string, and so I have to say the key age is 28, so I can get 28. If I want to get my name, so you have to d name, and now you can get George is a string. If you want to get my height, so you just like doing like the key of the height is high, so you will get 1.8. all right, so yeah, so today we just learned this piece. We just learned the dictionary. So I'm going to pull out my PyCharm, but if you don't have PyCharm installed, well, it doesn't matter. You still will go back to the repair it like before. You just go repair it, but I will use PyCharm today, and I guess most of you guys will already get used to the repair it. So but I'm not going to use it. And if you already have the PyCharm, you should use PyCharm today. And but you don't have it, you might just use the repair it. Okay, if you haven't installed the PyCharm, you should go to like PyCharm, and then you go download, and of course if you are on Windows, you click Windows, you are going to install the community version of your PyCharm. But today I use Math, so that's why I download the Math version. All right, so yeah, I already have it installed, so that's why I put up a PyCharm. If it is the first time for you to use PyCharm, you should follow me. If not, and then yeah, hopefully you guys already know how to use that. So most of the time I will create a folder in my desktop. So in case you don't know how to go to desktop, you have to open the Explorer in Windows, and that yellow folder is called Explorer. So you open it, and you on your left hand side you should have something called desktop. Okay, and I use Math, so I used something called File, and they also have the desktop. So whatever desktop is in your desktop when you turn on your computer. So first thing I will do is create a folder. For example, I will create a folder called maybe called coding, or maybe called funny coding, whatever you want. So I create a folder called coding. So I will put whatever inside this coding. All right. So once you have a folder create, you can go back here, and there's a button here. It's called create new project. Okay. You should, the first time you open it, it should be probably like this. Under this icon, you have create project. So you click create project, and it's a new project here, and location. So you should go, there's a button called browse. You click browse. And now on your left hand side, you have desktop. And then now I go to the folder I just create called coding. I click on coding and click open. Okay. And then I will go to click create. So I will show you one more time, unless you miss one of the step. So if you have the PyCharm open, there's a button called create new project. So you go create new project, and there's a button on the location here on this side. So you go all the way to the right hand side. There should be a browse icon. you click browse, and when you open the browse, and then on your left hand side, this one should have a desktop, and you choose the folder you just create. Like I choose coding because I just create a folder called coding, but it's up to you. All right, so that's why I click open, and now I already put the location on the coding, and now I click create. Okay, yeah, some of you guys saying you might want to also explain the configuration. Yeah, if we are moving forward, we have some problem with that, and we will explain the configuration. But since that is the first time we use the PyCharm, so I expect you guys doesn't have that much knowledge about that, and we will just get used to these two. All right. And I don't know you guys already installed the PyCharm or not, but if you are not, and you have to install the PyCharm. And to install the PyCharm, that's another story. But today, if you are not okay with the PyCharm, you still should go back to the repair it, okay? But I would suggest you to really goofy around with this tool, and then you would be very comfortable with using this IDE. And also today is the first time we use the PyCharm, and also you might wonder how to install Python in your machine. So you might just type Python download, but we are not going to install the Python today for you, but I will use the PyCharm. So like you go to download the Python. Again, you just hit download. For Windows, it's easy because you just click all the way to install the Python. And here is the way to download Python 3.8.3. Okay, but I'm not going to install the Python today for you, so I just use the PyCharm and let you get used to the PyCharm. Okay, if you have some problem with the PyCharm, you might probably go back to the repair it. Okay, so yeah, in the PyCharm, in this tool, it's amazing because once you create, and you should already have the folder called venv, is for the virtual environment. But what is the virtual environment? I'm pretty sure you don't know what it is, but right now just forget about that. We will cover that later. So since I already have the folder here, in like exactly in the repair it, you also can create a folder here, right? Like for example ABC. Yeah, you create a folder here. You just click the button called add folder, and if you want to create a file, like add file, because they already create a file called main.py, but you always can click on add file called abc.py in here. So yeah, in the repair it, you can do the same thing like what I did here, right? Yeah, they are pretty much the same. So yeah, again in the coding, so today I just create something called file, and maybe because is PyCharm, so you can choose Python file, but you can choose file and just have the .py. What I mean is here, like for example abc.py, you put something called .py here. What is .py means? What is .py mean? It just means an file extension. Alright, so it doesn't matter. So that's why I create a file called abc.py here. And if you again, you can also create a file called abc.py in repair it, right? Right. So yeah, let's try something out. Like just print ABC again. And every time we might just run it here, right? You click run. But you click run, and what will happen? Let's just run it. And nothing happened. Why? Because you are just running the main, this guy, the main.py. You're not running this file, not running the ABC file here. So how am I going to run the ABC file? Usually you can do just Python ABC and abc.py. So you will go ABC, should we go to ABC here and abc.py here. But unfortunately, Repair doesn't like my code here. So that's why I switch back to the PyCharm. I use PyCharm here, okay? But yeah, if you are using the Repair, you should go back to the main.py, and we will continue our dictionary lesson. So I may just try my ABC py, just print test 1 2 3, just a test, nothing more. And every time if you want to run the code, you have to go click run, and there's a run here, and if you pump up this menu and let you choose ABC, yeah, and then it's saying something wrong here. I don't know why, but it sounds like I didn't have something correct in my PyCharm. But I may just reopen it, and let me run it one more time. Python could on its battery. Click reopen the application again. Click the report. Okay. So I may just close it, and I will open it again. And let me just run it again. And it's like log system io.py. Yeah, it sounds I have some problem with my PyCharm either. That's funny. Alright, so yeah, I gotta fix it later. So that's why I switched back to my Repair. Sorry about that. Okay, so we go back here, and I may just go back to the Repair. And yeah, Michael, I will work on that later, because I don't have time to figure it out. Oh yeah, maybe not ABC. Maybe the name is long. So yeah, let me just close it and create another name. I know PyCharm hates some name. Let me just delete it. Create a new Python file. This time I would name it like yahoo.py. Okay. So I have Yahoo, and I have Preen test 1 2 3. Again, I will try run and run it and choose Yahoo, and it worked. So I just hit a bug in the PyCharm, because I use the file name called abc.py. It's causing the problem because PyCharm doesn't like something named called abc.py, and that's why it had problem if I use something called yahoo.py, and then I can do print test ab. I can do the test here. So I switch back to the Repair. I just print like Yahoo, something like this, and I run, and it shows Yahoo. Okay, so we can start with the dictionary. So today in our exercise, we want to define a dictionary. First, let's define a dictionary called fruits. fruits. All right, so I create a variable called fruits. So I use equal, and equal should be have the curly bracket or brace. So inside the brace, let's have the first key. The first key we said, let's say just apple. Okay, the first key is apple. So for the value of apple, so let's Google it. What is apple's definition? Yeah, so I will just type a little bit thing here, but you don't have to do exactly what I did. So here apple it might be just let's see, the tree which bear apples. Okay, so I go back and just type the same thing, and basically apple in this dictionary, what is apple? Apple is the tree which bears apples. Okay, that's the definition of the apple. So don't forget there should be commas to separate each item. Okay, each item with the key and the value, and this part is the key and this part is values. Okay, so I will do the same thing, maybe orange. Okay, so orange is the color. Okay, like orange, whatever you like. In Pram, maybe Pram. Have you heard about Pram? Is not a fruit, it is vegetable. Okay, but it doesn't matter here. All right, so Pram is something. A pram looks like an egg. Yeah, really doesn't matter, but you can have these three. Let me just put the comma here and see what happened. So I define my dictionary. So the fruit apple is the tree which bears apples. Orange is the color like orange, but actually it's a fruit, right? But and apron is the plant looks like an egg. So if I run it and nothing happened, no error, which is good. But if I print it, so what will happen? If you print it through, and it will show like something like this, exactly what we type in this part. Okay, so now I want you to just finish this dictionary definition. I will give you like about 3 minutes, and you don't have to do exactly what I did in the this side, the value. You just make it up for the definition of apple and orange, but you have better to just use the same like what I did here, apple, orange, apple, whatever you did here, right? So yeah, you do output called print, and hopefully you can get whatever you just type on the white box, and it will show on the black box. And I will give you 3 minutes and you finish your code. Once you're done, please say you're done. Okay, and yeah, Helen said the apple is the plant that tastes like rotten lemons. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so at the meantime, I just copied this part and put it in my PyCharm because I like PyCharm a lot. So I just copy and paste, and I'm gonna run it in my PyCharm. So I just run, or I can choose run Yahoo which is my file name, or I can have a shortcut key called Control R, or in my math I can use Command R. So I may just run, sorry, Control R. So yeah, and I will get exactly the same thing, just have the output like what I have in the repo. Okay, yeah. So yeah, if you don't like add Pram, and you can add like something called banana, whatever you can think in your mind. You can add more value and make your dictionary looking good. So that's what we have here. Okay, so but we have apple, orange, and apron. And once you're done, and let me see, everyone is done right now. And once you're done, please let me know, put it in a chat box so I know you're done. I may just wait 2 more minutes. If you're done, please let me know. And if you already have the PyCharm, you can use PyCharm. Okay, yeah, I guess most of you guys already have been done, and now it's easy. If you want to pull up the definition of orange, so how are we going to do that? And we just learned in the W3 schools, and they said if you want to access the value, you use something called let's see. If you want to access the items, and you use a key, like for example, they define something called this dictionary variable to hold the value of the dictionary, and that's why they use the key inside curly bracket, and it looks like the leaks. But yeah, if you just want to do the same thing in your fruit, you may just add bracket, curly bracket, or a brace you would call, and I may just put orange, and now you click run, and you should just show the color of orange, the color light orange. Okay, yeah. At the meantime, you can just add the fruits, have this one, the key, to show the color of orange, your definition. You might not add the same like what I have here, and it is your version. So I may just go back to my PyCharm. Again, I will just do orange. Okay, orange. So I will click run. Again, I can do Control R, and it will show the color of orange. All right. Yeah, I think most of you guys already did. So I am going to define another dictionary, but this time I won't use the, instead of using the some sentence here, I will define a emoji for my dictionary. For example, I will have the new variable like fruit through underscore emoji. Yeah, it's up to you. You don't have to just define. You don't have to do the same like what I did here. You can just saying FE stand for through emoji. So that's why I come here and I will have an apple. So I will have here. Now the funny thing is, how am I going to put the emoji for the apple? And my way is like, because I know Chinese, so I use Chinese spelling. So I can do apple. So you can see that when I spelled, there's something show up here. Okay, but if you don't worry. And let me finish this first. And I will give you the code of the apple. All right. Okay. So I have an apple here. I may just try to copy it and paste and put it here. See if you can get it or not. I put an apple in here. Not sure you can copy and paste or not. You may just copy it. Like you highlight this part and copy it and paste. And you can copy my apple over the chat box. Okay, if you're not, and I'm going to show you how to do that. If you're not able to do the same like what I have here in your chat box, this emoji, and I'm going to pull up something, just convert them to the code we learned last week. And what I did here is coding, nope, desktop, PyCharm, and yeah. So last week I used something like this. See, I convert the flower to here, to this kind of thing, the code. The Unicode. Yeah, if you attend our class in last week, we use we use some Unicode. What Unicode do here is just have a /u and 0001f 337, and that will show you a flower. And again, if you can copy my apple in the chat box, you can do it, use the copy and paste. Otherwise, if you don't, you may just let me just show you the code, the Unicode of an apple. So what I do here is just like, I go back here, let me see if I can do it here or not. I'm gonna paste my apple. Yeah, I can paste my apple here. But what I do here is like, I just remove this part. Let me remove. I can do an apple, like for example, apple A equal to a string, and put an apple and copy and paste here. And I will print a dot in code, and you type unique code. That's a trick, right? Escape, and if I print, it should be have Unicode, like what you learned last week. So I may just copy and paste that to my here. If you don't like the copy and paste, the version, you may just type directory like /u001 f34e. Okay, you can type this. After you type this one should be turned into pink. Okay, so if again, if you want to print it out, like every time you want to print the apple out, you just print through emoji apple like this. So apple is the key of the dictionary, and if I print, if we like the first one is this orange, so I'm gonna remove it. It won't make some confusion, but I can print my apple out because I just draw them out from the dictionary. All right, so I'm gonna continue to work on the rest of the flute. So it's orange. Okay, and also an apron. Okay, so if is orange, what is the orange one? So let me just get that out for you. If is an orange, again I will use the same trick called, I don't even know how you guys can pull out the emoji like in your way, but that's the way I do. Right? See, that's how I do here. So the same, I'm gonna copy it and put it in the chat box. Yeah, see it. That's the benefit. You can learn one more language because you can do something you never think about that. So you have orange and apron. If you can do copy and paste like me, and if you don't like the emoji directory, you can just use the Unicode. And of course, I'm gonna convert the Unicode, like convert the Unicode. Okay, I'm gonna convert it. So that's the apron I have. That's the code I have. Last week we learned this. That's the apron. But yeah, you can do copy and paste from the chat box, not follow my code. But if you like me and you like always use code, the Unicode, you can do this way. All right, just do it here. Again, I will convert it and run it, and I get the orange. Okay. So I will replace that, and it sounds good to me. And let me try it out. And orange, yeah, you have to convert that to the English version. Orange. Now I click run. Yeah, it showed me the orange, and if I click add print, so I do the same thing. It's an apron, and yeah, and I don't think I need this. Yeah, I will keep this. Okay, so now you can see that I have two dictionary. The first one is the dictionary to show up the definition, and I use a variable called fruits to hold this dictionary. The second dictionary is called through underscore emoji, and this one will show the emoji. Okay, and you can use emoji and symptoms function on your Mac and turn it onto system preference. Oh yeah, great. Thank you from Michael, and I never thought about that, but I just try to use the the Chinese language to convert the image when I type. Okay, but anyway, if you don't have it, and you can do like the Unicode. Okay, you use Unicode, like /U0001F348. It's called Unicode, and then you can do convert the same, like the copy and paste version. Okay, and I give you like 3 minutes. You can finish the definition for the through underscore emoji. Okay, after that we will build a small game, and then we are going to if you finish the through emoji dictionary, please let me know and put it in the chat box. And once you're done, and say done, and I can continue. Yep, I want you to finish this code and try to print some emoji like orange on Pram, and if it's done, please let me know. Alright, so yeah, I will wait for you for another 2 minutes, and at the meantime I'm going to just pull up the Python random dictionary. Yeah, I go back here, and sorry about that. Yeah, you can continue if you don't have the you have some problem with your code, please let me know, okay? And at the meantime, I may just copy it and paste on my PyCharm. Oopsie. My PyCharm, just put it here. And I'm gonna run it. Alright, so yeah, I think you have finished. I just get a Google because I want to randomly choose one of them. Randomly choose one of them instead of saying Pram or Apple or Pram. So that's why I Google Python random list. So they give me these answers called random doc choice list. See, I'm just copy and paste this code. I copy and paste this code. You don't have to, and I may just put it here. Let me just do it. Random choice list my dictionary. So my dictionary is this guy. So I copy it and paste here. And of course I need to print it out. So I will print it out. And yeah, it's very long. So that's why let me test it out first. So I don't have the random, so that's why you have to import random. Okay, so you import random, that's why I can use the random doc choice and another called list and put your dictionary here, and I'm going to test it out and see it works or not. It's just saying Pram. Okay, it will show you the Pram, just the key of Pram. All right, so but it just show an Pram, right? Let me run one more time. It is what again? Pram orange. Oh, now it change. It change. Apple change. So you I will explain this code a little bit later, but let's just put the variable to hold this one. Let's just say a k for key, and here is a k, right? So I changed this k and replace my key here. Okay, and this time I run it. It's an Pram and Apple and Pram again, Apple, something like this. And now let me explain a little bit on this here. I import a library called random, import random, so that I can use this library, the random library. In the random library, there's a function called choice, which is they will randomly choose one of them for you. Like for example, I have Apple, Orange, Pram, and then they will randomly choose for you. And here inside the choice parameter, I have something called a list, and the list to do on the dictionary, it will just return Apple, Orange, and Pram. So probably you don't know what does it mean. Let me just like convert L here. Now you put the choice L here. I'm going to print the L, and you will see what the L has. So you just go back a list for you. Just withdraw from this dictionary. They pull out all the keys like Apple, Orange, Pram from your dictionary as a list. And from this list, they randomly choose one of them, like Orange or Pram or Apple. And now you print it out. You print the, of course, you print the emoji. But this time, every time you run it, it should be randomly show you different different of course different through. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this part. So I want you to finish this code, and after that we will add a function to randomly choose one of the code, and we will call it 3 times. We will call it 3 times, so every time you have three throughs, like apple, orange, apple. If 3 of them are the same, and you will win. If they are not the same, so you will lose, and you should try again. And that's the game you want to build. Okay? But I will give you some time, and if you already know what I'm gonna do, you can go ahead to do your coding. But yeah, if you are still working on your code, please take some time and finish this part. And at the meantime, I just explain one more time if you still not get it. So we define a dictionary here, but we want to randomly choose one of the item, and so that's why I use a library called random. And this library we can have a function called choice, or method called choice. They can take one of the choice from list, like this list. And I also use this function called list. They will convert my dictionary into a list, which looks like apple, orange, and apple. Okay, and that's what what I did here. And then once you run your code, and every time your output should be randomly choose from your emoji. But of course, if you know how to put more emoji, like Michael told me, you can do it in your Windows or Mac, which I don't know how to do that. And you can build more emoji here, alright? So that's how I did. I just randomly click run, and now I can get one through. Okay, so once you're done, please let me know. And if you're done, and we will build a function to return the random through. Okay, just use the function we have learned. And yeah, we only print the emoji. You don't have to deal with the definition. We just want the emoji. We just want 3 emojis every time we create 3 emoji here, 3 emoji here. All right. Yep, I want you to build this code, and this part you don't have to use this part. This part is useless. We don't use this one. We just use the emoji. The reason I keep it here because we just build some definition here to show you how the dictionary works. Well, we are going to use the emoji because I want to build a game like to show you some emoji here, and every time you click run, it should show 3 emoji here, right? But yeah, I just finished the function today for here, and I will leave a homework for you to how to say if 3 of the emoji is the same, and you say print one more message saying you won. If they are not, and it will show please try it again. Okay, so if you're done, please let me know. So you have to make it into a list in order to import random. This random library, because they use the choice. So let me hang it here, and it have to be a sequence. So the parameter have to be a sequence, which means it's like a list or tuple or set, or maybe not set. Yeah, it have to have a sequence. So that's why I have to convert the dictionary into a list and use the function called list. Okay, so let me hang it here. Let's see what's the. So it's a built-in mutable sequence. It just building a list. If you put the dictionary into this function, it will return apple, orange, and apron is a list. Okay, and then every time you call random choice, it will show one of them, and then you have the key. Now you print it out. You just have the random emoji. Yeah, I know that is a little bit hard for you guys for how the leaks work. That's why I just keep talking about leaks, talking about random thing, how to use a library, and have you guys to build up some concept on them. And don't forget to use the if else, and also maybe the loop we have learned, and you are pretty much learn everything in Python so far. If you have the 10-hour lesson right now from the beginning, you are pretty much learn everything. And as long as you know all this concept, you should be able to do everything with the Python. Okay, just a matter of time, but we almost learn everything except the class, which you haven't learned yet. But as long as you understand how the dictionary works, the class is pretty much like the dictionary. They're similar. Yeah, I think most of you guys have been finished. So I may just wrap them with the definition of a function. So I may just like def and just like hit. Let's just create a function called hit. And every time it may just return, and I put two space in my two space in my try code block right here. Two space. Don't forget two space. Okay. And I don't need the k because I will return them. I will return after you call this function. I will return one of the choice from the emoji, and that's why I define a function called hit. So you hit it and it will return one of them, and now you can print it out. Like you can print whatever you do in the key. So you just do hit and see it work or not. Yeah, still work, but yeah, it changed. Okay, it changed. Okay, so whatever you're calling this function called hit, if you just keep changing the key, the random key, if you just keep changing it here, okay? But of course, you can just, you say, hey, how about we just put the emoji inside the function? Yeah, you can do that. So I may just copy it and paste it here. Copy this part, through underscore emoji, bracket, and put a bracket beside here. So instead of doing that, I will just do hit. Okay, and if I run, and if you keep changing like this, okay, Pram and Apple or something like this. But if I want to have 3 of them, how am I going to do that? And you just do plus hit and plus hit, and I'm going to run it. So you have 3 of them. Okay, 3 of them. You just have 3 of them. Okay, that's it for today. But I want you to do one more thing. Like if the hit return are all this hit, 3 return are all the same, you should print something called print. If they are all the same, you say you won. Okay, else you should print please try it again. Okay, something like this. Of course, you should add more code here. But I will leave you for your homework. And if you finish it and you try it out, and every time you hit, like if they are all the same, and if you say you won, if not, and you said please try it again. All right, so hopefully you got what I'm saying here. And that's it for today. If you have any question, you can join my Zoom and I can answer your question. And thank you so much today. Have a great weekend. And yeah, of course, if you finish your homework, you should send it to my email, help@dataera.ca. help@dataera.ca. Okay, just send an email to me, and if you are good to about to do the demo, and we should do a demo next week. So the homework is like right now we have 1 apple, 1 apron, and 1 apple. So if they are not matched, and if they are not matched, so you actually the game was lose. So you should say please try it again. If you already played this game before, you should know, like in casino they have this kind of game. And if they are all the same fruit, like they are all apple, so they will say you won, and you will won like $10,000 or more than, like something like that. And you know what I mean? Yeah, that's your homework, and try to challenge yourself. I know it's a little bit hard for you guys, but you can give it a try. All right. See you next week. Okay, no one joined, no one have question, that's why I leave the meeting. And I also left this streaming. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Right.